The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback adapting. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
They're trying to get to him, trying to escape and get it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. This move just oozes confidence, going for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. On the move is the 30. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
We've seen throughout this drive success for the offense when they've been running the quarterback. Finally, though, the defense got it right. Everybody played their assignment. They honed in on them, and they got a big stop.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Doors! And they break the seal on the scoring. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The offense set for a first down play. Give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun to give to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the catch past the sticks. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last 8 years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Bruce.
They've got the screen set up. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
On the move. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll run it from the gun. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. Johnson looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you would throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the option. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. The give on the inside. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Commodores have their offense in high gear.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game.
Open runway ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Caught behind the line. It's Alexander. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The give on fourth down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll call for the fair catch here. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Drones. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's complete to the right. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football. This guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing.
Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell, just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
The hand to the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Commodores. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Scanning the field, it's Drones. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Hokies want to move quickly. They'll throw it on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen passes. It just never developed.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Defense in press coverage. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Floating away. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Getting some heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Tootin. And he's wrestled to the ground. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and See if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
On third down, he drops to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Drones. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. With 8 seconds to go in the half, wonder if they'll try to get a big play just to see what happens. The give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Commodores will kick it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Back to pass, it's Drones. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Buying some time. Complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open. To give his guy a place to throw the football, they're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on third and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up first and goal.
And the Hokies trying to cash it in on first and goal. The option look. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll put the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Drones. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Fires to the big fella.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
This offense has a second down play. Quarterback keeps it. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. And the Commodores in the hurry-up. Touch pass on the run. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
Makes a move. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives.
Snags it down the right side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Feeling some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down. To the air. It's Drones. This time on target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
The aerial assault continues. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll run the option. The pitch. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal.
Here we go.
They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokie. And here they come, almost all the way back.
They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was not easy. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on 4th down, it's a touchdown.
He'll set up to throw. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking left. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion to hold on to their lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency.
Makes the grab at the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
The Commodores are in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Looking to throw it again. And they can't make the play on third down. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Line gets set, first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Wants to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quick step and go. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quickly complete. Touchdown, Hokie! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll call for the fair catch here. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Still on his feet at the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Commodores want to crank the tempo. Handoff to the single back. Got enough space. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Incomplete on the 2-point try, and they tried to push this lead out to a field goal. They'll have to settle for holding a 1-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Here's the handoff. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He leaves it with his back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. The give from the gun. Shakes off the tackle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield, it's throws. Still looking, on the move. Gets rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Late in the game with the lead, the defense obviously knows here the offense is going to have to try and throw it. Nice job in the back end there, not just in coverage, but almost picking that football off. That was a game changer.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Complete to the left. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have
a shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. Dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
They'll line up to go for 2. Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
You got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
He's got it on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Johnson wants to throw it. Firing to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Commodores will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's incomplete into the end zone, and that's going to do it. That puts a wrap on this one. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us.